Where do you guys want to start?
Scott, do you feel like this is a fresh new season, or how are you kind of looking at this?
Oh, definitely. You always divide it up into your season into four parts. You got the non-conference, the conference tournament, and then if you're blessed, postseason. So, fresh start, and after 18 games, everybody kind of exhales and refocuses and is excited to move on.
I've heard you talk about the dog days of February the last couple of weeks. Were you guys certainly feeling that grind, especially the last couple of Saturdays, especially when it comes down to especially teams needing wins for their resume?
Well, I think first it's hard to win any time in the Big 12, but especially when you're facing teams that you know. Bubble situations, whatnot, and so you get two teams playing hard, and everybody's banged up by that time of the year. So now we all get a chance to refresh, refocus, regroup, hopefully get a couple guys rested, and you look at the three games we lost, and we haven't shot it well. We haven't shot free throws well, and we haven't defended well in those three games. So the good thing is we get to spend a couple days working on us now, and we really haven't had a chance to do that. So hopefully we can improve as a team and get better as well.
Scott, as far as the defense, what have you seen there? Have there been some breakdowns?
Yeah, well, you know it's Jimmy Dykes just came out with his book, The Film Doesn't Lie. But once you watch the film after the game, it's always amazing. Sometimes you win games and people have open shots, and you're like, they just missed some shots, you know. And then there's some times you look at the film, and Emmett Williams' first shot, a fadeaway bank shot. His next couple shots were deep contested threes, and you're like, wow, we played pretty good defense. And sometimes you just got to give the other team credit. For instance, Emmett was averaging 3 points in conference. And that means for 17 games, he averaged 3 points. Against us, he scored 18. So if we left them wide open, I'd say it's bad defense. But when you contest shots and they make shots, then you got to give credit where credit's due. McNeil made some tough plays and tough baskets for him as well. And then with us, we had a couple good looks. We're 4 for 18, and a lot of them we clip and we rate our shots. And if you get good shots and you miss them, you feel decent as a coach. When you don't get good shots, and you're like, you got to fix some things. So sometimes it's as simple as that. And the one big area against West Virginia, besides us turning it over, which we did the first time, I thought on the glass they hurt us this time, where in the first time we did a much better job.
It's obvious when you don't have something go well, you lose confidence. Do you feel like they've lost more confidence, and that's a little bit of a wobbly?
Well, I think anytime when you win 23 in a row, obviously your confidence is all-time high. And then when you lose a couple, your confidence definitely isn't the same. At the same time, I think you look at it, and we haven't lost 2 games in a row. And we've always bounced back. And I think with this team, you look at it, and it's the Big 12. Margin of error is not great, and it's sometimes as simple as, again, making free throws, and we say control what you can control. So with us, we'll keep defending. We'll keep trying to get good shots, and then we can control doing a better job getting to the offensive glass, because you are going to miss even if you get good shots. So we got to get better at that area. We got to get better defensively blocking out, because West Virginia did out-rebounded us 16-11, I believe, and really I thought dominated us on the glass for the first time all year. So we got to improve in those areas, and then defensively, I think. Hit the refresh button, restart button, and then these next 2 days we're going to spend some time working on some basic stuff that we haven't done in a long time. And sometimes when you only have 1 day of practice and you choose to make that a prep day rather than a day about yourself, plus you might not be able to do as much contact stuff because you get guys banged up or you're getting ready for a game. And these next 2 days we're going to get after it. We're going to get better.
It seems like most everyone still has you as a #1 seed. Do you feel like you're playing, that you have earned still that despite the last 3 weeks?
I think that's where the committee always looks at the body of work, and if you look at it in the last week, if you're 2-3, are you a number one seed? No, but that's why it's a whole season as well. And last I saw, it's us and Kansas are clear in a way the two highest with quad one wins. I think we're 11-2 or 11-3, and I mean, that's just so far out in front of everybody. It's not even, you can't question what we did in November, December, and January. So I think if the NCAA continues to look at what they've always done, and that's the full body of work, and we're going to be a 1 or a 2 seed regardless, I would think. So right now for us, more importantly, it's trying to get back to us playing and getting back to winning, because it's a lot more enjoyable than losing.
Scott, this is kind of a unique, like you were talking about, this is a unique position for you and the program. Does it change your approach going into the Big 12 tournament, knowing that you're kind of already locked in fairly much? Or what's your approach going into the Big 12 tournament?
Well, I think with us, it's a great opportunity we didn't win the conference regular season, and that was as disappointing as it was from the standpoint no team's ever won 15 games and not won a conference championship. And we're only the second team in Big 12 history besides Kansas to win 15 or more. So tremendous accomplishment. You feel like you didn't have anything to show for it because you didn't win it. So now you have another opportunity to do that in 3 games in 3 days. And that's better than with getting that first round bye than playing to play 4, because we all know, again, the Big 12 is second-ranked league, I believe, this year, because top to bottom, and you look at it, everybody's any given night you're not surprised by a score because you know every team is good and capable of winning. So with us, it's a great opportunity to again have a banner in the Farrell Center, and that's what you want to do at the beginning of the year.
Scott, is there something the rest of the team can do to maybe protect Freddie from getting into foul trouble?
Well, I think first and fourmost, West Virginia is best offensive rebounding team in the country, and they've always been physical. But with their guys and at home, I mean, every team plays more physical at home than they do on the road. That's common knowledge, and that was a concern going into the game. Could we, especially with Tristan not playing, could we keep Freddie out of foul trouble? Because at our place we played Tristan, Freddie, and Flo, and we played 2 of them together some, and that was effective as well. But I would think normal situations, this is a neutral court. Although it's another great opportunity, because since it's been in Kansas City, the only teams that have won the Big 12 have been northern schools. So no Texas school, no southern schools won it in Kansas City. And I know they draw great, Iowa State, Kansas State, and Kansas, but it's a great opportunity for us to go up there, and anyone else you're playing is truly a neutral game.
Coach, obviously you never want to lose, but how much do these recent losses help create a sense of urgency going into the tournament?
Well, I think every win, every loss, you learn from. Sometimes you learn more from losses. Every coach would prefer to win rather than lose. At the same time, the reality is that's what makes college basketball college basketball. Teams are going to lose, and once you can refocus, regroup. Sometimes it's as simple as you look at some teams, they go through a stretch, and it's because they have a key player or 2 key players out, and then all of a sudden they get back and they're like, well, they're back winning. Well, at the end of the day, healthy teams are what you want to have at the end of the year. And I know come NCAA tournament time, I believe we'll have that. We'll see this next couple days what we have for the Big 12 tournament.
Coach, you mentioned best case scenario, 3 games in 3 days. In this kind of conference tournament, is it more challenging to manage minutes and try to get guys more rest?
Nope, survive in advance. So you're doing whatever you can to win that game, and you figure out the rest from there. And the good thing is we've had different people step up all year, and we've had guys be key contributors, and that's why we've been able to finish with 15 wins. So every game is going to be hard fought, and it's win or go home mentality.
Will this little distance between now and Kansas City allow Tristan to get back on the court?
It's a good question. I feel a lot more confident NCAA tournament time will have him than I do for the Big 12 tournament.
What about Matthew?
Matthew should be fine. He one play you lose Devontae in, Matt. That's not good. Devontae was able to come back second half. Matt ran into a camera person. So anyway, Dave can tell you exactly, but he's going to practice today. So
you mentioned how different guys have stepped up. How important has that been to have Devontae as that fourth guard that when maybe one or two of the other guys?
Depth is paramount, especially when you have foul trouble. Some nights you make shots, some nights you don't, and just another weapon. Someone else who can step up and get you 20. And again, it takes a team to win. Not everybody has great games every game, but the more options you have, the more opportunity for people to step up and have good games.
Scott, you're just named Big 12 Coach of the Year. Is that quite an honor considering how good the league is?
Well, that's completely a team award. Coaches don't get in that without players and staff. So that means we had a good year team-wise, and anytime players get recognized, same thing, means we've had a good year team-wise. At the same time, in the Big 12, it's the best of the best. 6 straight years, number 1 conference. This year, number 2 conference. So if you do get honored with anything, it's because your guys have done a great job in the best league.
You have a lot of really good defensive players, and so does KU. But none of them that I think of made the first team all Big 12 team. Is that because people look at stats, offensive stats, more than they do the body of work of a player? Because you just mentioned how the tournament looks at a team.
Yeah.
Why would they not do that with Garrett and Vital and others?
It's a good question. At the end of the day, I think everybody values things differently, and I know with us, we value it. It's at least 50% of the game. But how people vote, I can only comment on how we do. And to us, it is a great accomplishment having Freddie and Davion and Mark on all defensive team. That's a great honor for them. And hopefully we can continue to get Mark's knee and tendonitis back to where he can keep being aggressive and be the disruptor that he is. Because when you have those 3 guys at full strength and not in foul trouble and being aggressive out there, we're really good defensively.
Scott, you don't know who you're playing yet. Do you prepare a little bit for those teams, or is it just mostly on what you're going to do?
Well, the good thing is we're going to focus on us right now, and then as we get closer to there, we'll start to focus on who it could be, and you'll take a couple of their actions, start working on that. But I'm excited. We haven't had a chance since probably Christmas break where we could just focus on us and work on some of our basics and get us better.
Coach, this is off topic, but with the outbreak of coronavirus, is there any precautions you guys are taking in the locker room or with air travel to make sure that the team is staying healthy?
The good thing is Dave Snyder, our trainer, does a great job in updating our players what they need to do, should do, can do, and then our staff as well. So we're definitely being as cautious as we can be.
Scott, first program ever to have all starting 5 on all Big 12. How impressive is that? And for the other coaches, I guess, to write.
Yeah, and I think it just speaks to the team. It's not been 1 or 2 guys. It's really been a team effort, and that's why so many were recognized. And the fact that the other coaches recognize that to me is a great sign of respect for our players. And at the same time, again, 23-game win streak. Longest ranked number 1 team since 2015 with Kentucky. Besides winning a conference championship, they accomplished a lot. And now it's on to phase 3.